Mr. Murray?
Mayor Dunn, you faced opposition trying to complete the construction of Elizabeth High School in the late 1970s, but you pushed hard to finish the project. You said now that you feel it's necessary to see the Midtown Redevelopment projects through to completion. Why do you feel this is so vital to the future of Elizabeth?
Well, I don't know of any other urban city in America that has so much vacant land right in the heart of its Midtown shopping center as does the city of Elizabeth. We have been discussing and making commitments over the years with the Department of Transportation and other people to build a new railroad station right in the heart of the city of Elizabeth. We have parking space, unused parking space, I might say, that could be better developed for housing of all sorts, such as the Society Hill project in Newark that's so successful. We need the construction of some commercial businesses. We need a development that will attract more people to come into the city of Elizabeth to live, to shop, to operate their businesses. Now, the Midtown plan, as I know it, and as everybody else should know it, will bring millions of dollars in new ratables into the city of Elizabeth that can be used for the many things that we just do not have the financing for today. And it is unbelievable, actually, that sitting right there, right in the heart of a big urban city, are empty lots that could better house people, could better serve the many services that want to locate in the city of Elizabeth. But for some political reason, the project has been, if not deserted, stalled for a long time to come. In the meantime, we're going to be continuing losing rateable strength in the city, something that is desperately needed, because from now on, we're not going to be able to get too much help from the state of New Jersey or indeed from the federal government. More than ever, we're going to have to depend on our own creative skills. And that speaks not only for Elizabeth, but all urban cities in the state of New Jersey.
Mr. Garcia?
Yes. Councilman Bollwage, recently the City Council adopted to place the Midtown project in the back burner. Most of the merchants in the so-called blighted triangle opposed the project, while some in the city supported, citing it will create jobs and development. What's your position concerning this project, and what do you propose to do about it if elected mayor?
A little background first, Mr. Garcia. 10 years ago, if I may, I sat in a meeting in the Elizabethtown Gas Company building to hear the first plans of Midtown. And at that time, it was called Station Park. Myself, other city officials sat and we listened to the plans. Now, 10 years later, nothing has happened in Midtown. As the mayor just said, there's a lot of vacant land there, and we need to develop that as soon as possible. The one block cannot be made the benchmark of success for the Midtown Redevelopment project. We need to start the redevelopment project of Midtown as soon as possible. We need to put a shovel in the ground. The only thing that's happened in the 10 years since I sat in the gas company building and listened to the plans for Station Park, as it was known then, is that Elizabethtown Gas Company has moved out. It's moved to Union, and it's created a multi-million-dollar headquarters in another city, and we've lost the rateable because we didn't listen. We need to listen to the business people in town. We needed at that time in 1982 and 83 to say to Elizabethtown Gas Company, we want to do Station Park, we want to build Station Park, and we want you to be the anchor of that project. We want you to be the mainstay of the program. That block generates currently $640,000 of assessed value. We can't, in a time that ratables are deserting us, at the job level of 6,256 people that are deserting us, to tell another square block that they have to leave. We can't tell $600,000 in assessed value that we no longer want them to be a part of Elizabeth. We need to work with the communities that are there. We need to work with the existing businesses that are there. And when we redevelop the city of Elizabeth, we need to redevelop the city of Elizabeth with the people that are in the city of Elizabeth, not by chasing them out.
Mr. Sayegh?
Mr. Ismail, according to the Elizabeth Police Department's juvenile crime unit, about 80% of crime that's committed in the city, malicious damage mostly, is committed by people under 18. As the head of a youth council, maybe you have some insight that we don't have regarding how juvenile crime can be approached and what remedies or solutions can be found.
First of all, I'll give you an even greater statistic than that. I was just meeting with some members of the Union County Human Services who run the Union County Detention Center, and 90% of the kids in detention is from Elizabeth. And what I submitted not too long ago is an anti-crime proposal, which I met with the county prosecutor not too long ago, which some of you may be familiar with. And part of that deals with creating kinds of programs for the youngsters, not increased recreation, job program, and what have you. Just a couple of days ago, though it didn't receive that much press, we had a youth summit right here in the city of Elizabeth at Jefferson High School, where we have close to 200 kids from all over the county, majority from Elizabeth, to hear those kids, hear their plight, hear their understanding of why these crimes is committed, what causes youngsters to hang on a corner and find these kinds of mischievous things to do. I think one of the things that we have to first do is first listen to our youth. And that's something that we've been promoting for the last 10 years since the United Youth Council started. And by the way, we started because of gang violence in Elizabeth back in 1982. There was about 2 or 3 gangs that was existing in the city that don't exist here today. Of course, they've been replaced by the drug situation, which creates another mechanism that creates these youngsters to get involved. I think we need a comprehensive plan that deals with the problems of youth that involve them in these kinds of criminal activity. Just a couple of days ago, a youngster shot another youngster in the head, shot him 6 times. Fortunately, the young man is still in the hospital and living. And this is the kind of thing, I think at the beginning of this year, a young man, 15 years old, shot another young man in the head, walked up to him and shot his revolver again. It didn't go off, but the youngster still died. Crime problem among youth is very heavy, and I think it's going to take a comprehensive effort to deal with it.